Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss getting dialed in, Harrahs, Biloxi, prop bets. We also touch on practice dice, obsidian, doom scrolling, Mary Mahoney's, Kermit, Elmer, dentist, and watch out, we've got a runner. Oh, Ed, I like it, man. You've got the...
I got every...
I love it, man. I love it. This is the time when we do need to be on video because you just pop up on the screen. I forgot I sent you the one of a kind, but there's actually two of a kind in honor of Alabama. I made some custom red shirts and gave it to you and Bump John.
Yep. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. And you've got the bright orange hunting hat.
Makes me feel like Elmer Fudd.
Dude, that sweet Lou made for you because he sent me some orange shirts, which I was going to post.
Yeah.
We'll post before this actually sees the light of day. But yeah, Elmer Fudd, I forgot. Ed, you know, I have a contact picture of you on my phone. It pops up. It's Elmer Fudd.
You told me that.
Hunting. It's awesome. I do that with people. I put contact photos that I think are funny so that when they call, I start smiling. Speaking of
we can wear the green one.
Oh, dude, you got you a lime green one too?
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Hold on a second, Ed.
Some long ass hair you got there.
Dude, my hair is so long, man. It is long. I don't think people realize. Maybe I'll cut it off.
You need some of them girl bobby pins to put in there.
Believe me, I got them all. I do. All right, Ed, I got to tell you a couple things. I feel like we are about to go hunting now because you have that orange hat. That is the hunter's orange.
It is. And it does not go with red. I look like a...
You'll be safe, though, out in the woods. I don't think anyone...
Yeah, I'm not going to get shot unless they're colorblind.
Yeah, that's true. Unless colorblind kid is out there.
I feel like I'm what's some of that bright orange candy and red candy and all that stuff.
Oh, perfect in time for Halloween, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're called... Aren't they called candy corn?
Hey, that doesn't look like candy corn. I thought I'd make you laugh by wearing this anyway.
Oh, my God. It goes with your drink. It kind of goes with everything.
You wascally, you quaps. I'm going to have to shoot them.
That was funny. Yeah, speaking of smile, Ed, see these pearly whites? I went to the dentist for the first time since February. Got them all cleaned up.
Mine are not pearly.
I enjoyed. I hate, usually a lot of people hate going to the dentist. And I actually told my dentist that, you know, a lot of dentists are into craps.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I know 3 dentists.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Yank, though, that's a good name for a dentist, you know?
Yep. Perfect.
Yanking teeth out.
He's the new owner of a Binion's horseshoe tape.
Yeah, yep. Dude, I mean, I had to get all those x-rays, too. I don't like getting x-rays. I decline the fluoride because I'm a conspiracy theorist.
No fluoride.
So I
don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Really?
Really?
I mean, one of the dentists, a younger guy, one time, he's like, yeah, you know what? What are you kidding? The fluoride really helps. You don't believe all that shit. And so then he convinced me. It was a pretty easy convince. So I did it about a year ago, but I always say no thanks. And so I passed on that, but I got the x-rays. But man, I don't like getting those x-rays, man. You know, maybe that's why I was so tired when I got home. Yeah.
Yep.
I ended up going in another room and they took a x-ray on a machine, almost like a CAT scan that went around my whole head. That's pretty cool.
That was a short trip.
Well, you know, that's good. That's good. Because some people would say I might have a big head after listening to me yap on about DI, which I have some more thoughts on, dude. I actually have more thoughts on that. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Which isn't a sponsor.
I found a new drink. It's got a cool name. It's called Trip. I've been drinking them during the day, Ed, during work. The next day, I was like, God, I just felt good. I felt good when I woke up. And then I looked at the ingredients and CBD is in it.
Ah, I like CBD. I haven't had it in a long time.
Yes, but it was very tasty.
Willie Nelson has one out now.
A drink? What's it called?
Yeah, you should get it.
This is called Mindful Blend, man. And it's because I want to be mindful.
Willie's got a CBD drink out.
CBD.
CBD, everybody. We're not smoking no more, so we're going to have some liquid.
Drink.
A CBD drink.
Now, this is a melon cucumber. Your drink is a little better.
Yeah, I'm drinking Heaven's Door tonight.
Heaven's Gate. So,
Heaven's
Ed,
Door is pretty good.
let's start the show with a question, okay? From
Oh,
one of
okay.
our favorites, sweet rolls.
Oh, good.
I figured this is a great question, so I figured just get it in now before it's, before we wait for who knows how long.
Yeah.
All right, she starts with another great podcast. Thank you very much. Question: when do you retire your practice dice and start with new ones? What should you look for on them to know they are done? That's a good question. Figure leave it up to the old master right here, Dice Whisperer.
About 700 to 750 tosses.
I knew that, but how do you know? Can you tell by looking at them, or?
Yeah, you can see. If you pick them up and look at them closely, you'll see little abrasions on the edges. You'll see like a snaggle tooth.
Oh man, a snaggletooth.
They're rounded. They're not sharp. You can tell. You can just feel them.
You can really feel them. You think you could pick up a pair of dice, Ed, and you'll know. Yeah, these have been tossed about
Oh, absolutely.
1,200 times.
Well, I don't know the number, but you can tell if you're using brand new dice or old dice. Even if you're, on a table, you come up to a table, maybe it's empty. You don't know how long that table's been open, but when you fill the dice, you don't know if there's been any players on it. And if they're sharp, it's probably not been open long.
How often do you think an average person goes through like 700?
People wear them out until they're round like a ball, like a marble, because they're cheap. They're not really practicing like they play because they're not practicing with sharper edge dice. I mean, the casino changes them out every 8 hours with every shift at a minimum. So do the math. 2 tosses a minute. You got 5 dice out there for 8 hours.
That's a lot. 2 tosses a minute. 2 tosses a minute.
Yeah.
That's 120 tosses an hour.
Times 8.
They're working 24 hours a day.
Yeah, but if they change them out every 8 hours.
Oh, they do? Every 8 hours.
Every shift gets a new set of dice.
Ed, 960.
And so that's with 5 dice out there, not just 2.
Yeah, no wonder why that company's in business.
That's why they're always making dice.
So I said in a couple episodes ago, I ordered a bunch of dice because we are out of, I think we have 1 pair left of the black and saffron. I do love the black, man. I think they're my favorite dice to practice with, the black ones. They didn't start out that way, but they ended up being my favorite, Right. I just like how they feel. I feel like they're made of obsidian. Pick them up, They just
black onyx dice.
Yeah, they're cool. And then we're out of the sanded green and red. So
yeah,
that order's come in. I'll have a full box of those.
Remind everybody when those come in where they can get it from.
And get it from our shop, Casino Tears.
Vegas.
I love that little .Vegas on it.
Yep.
That's cool, right?
Yep.
It's a little more legit. I feel like it's very apropos.
Well, we are legit, and those are made by the same manufacturer that makes the dice for the majority of the casinos around the country.
They're the only ones. I think I mentioned I had a very interesting conversation. I don't know if it ever made the editing, if it's on the floor of the editing bay, but when I talked to her, she was like, they don't weigh, because someone had a question about the specific weight, and they do not weigh. The casinos weigh the boxes. They do not weigh each individual die. They take out the, what you said.
They take out the micrometer and they measure them to make sure they're square. Yeah.
I was just going to say that word. I learned that heard that on this podcast. Micrometer.
Yeah.
So they are the only company. I mean, they are. I think in the United States, she was saying pretty much in the world. I mean, that they get all the business. So
well, there used to be one in Mexico that never ever sold to the public, and then there was Midwest Gaming, which is now John Huxley.
That's them. Huxley bear, like the teddy bear.
Yep.
So that's where we get them, and they're coming in.
If you think they're not legit, you don't know what legit dice are.
I think those make a huge difference in your confidence level when you go to the table.
Again, are you going to practice like you play? If you're not, go buy your dice from Chinese, on Amazon. But if you're going to play craps, practice with real craps dice.
Ed, I can't even practice with the dice I had before we made these, just because they're old.
Yeah.
They're not sharp. And that's why. And I have tons of those dice. But you know what? You're right. I think that practicing with these dice, it's one less thing I even think about when I go to the table. I'm just ready. I'm so used to getting in my set, gripping them. It's not like this foreign, this other thing I have to worry about.
And, there's two sizes. There's two sizes of dice, and that's it. And there's two different pip configurations. We know that.
Pip squeak.
A and a B.
Pip squeak.
There's an A dice and a B dice.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So listen, man, I'll save my little story because it's only one story.
No, you do yours first.
No, it's a short story. We'll leave the short story as a little bedtime goodbye story on the Patreon side, okay?
All right.
So you just got back from Biloxi doing a little Halloween hunting for money?
Yeah, I went down, the wife and I went down Halloween, and it was not crowded. I was expecting a bigger crowd, so I enjoyed not having a big crowd there. But we went down, met up with my friend Aloha Johnny. He was down at his new place, went to dinner and socialized a lot with him. Hadn't seen him in a while, and did a little prep conversation, a little checking this out for our event in January, doing some things like that. We played a little bit of craps on Friday night. I met
T-Was, dude, who just left we read a question of his, or it was an email or a question on the old podcast, and Dice Coach dials in.
Yep. Came up to me there at the Hard Rock.
Nice.
Introduced himself and his wife. Nice guy. He was there just for like one night. I think he was there one night, and then he was headed to the beach. He and his wife were staying at one of the beach resorts in the panhandle of Florida for about a month, he said.
He was just chilling, man, huh?
He is. He's chilling.
Just going to the beach for a month, casino, living it up.
I would get bored. And there's no casinos over there, so I don't know what he's going to do, but maybe he goes fishing or just like sitting on the beach. I don't know. I'd get bored after a week at the beach. So we played on the regular table for a little bit. Couldn't get anything going. It was just
Hard Rock, right?
Yeah, we were on some of the coldest tables. I went to the dark side pretty quick.
Man, really?
Oh, quick. It didn't take me long.
How long?
2 shooters.
Wow.
I mean, I wasn't even one hit, can't missing them. I was just straight out. Give me as many don't bets out there as I can with odds. And it was a grind. I mean, it's a grind, but I was
That is a grind.
But I was making money back that I had lost on the right side on the first two. I stayed dark on that table for a long time. Couldn't get any good tosses going. And then we went to the crapless table and lit it up pretty good.
Okay, nice.
Lit that crapless table up pretty good. John left, and I kept playing around, just kind of up one session, down the next session, up one session, down the next session, just kind of breaking even.
Yep.
Was down for the night. Got up the next morning, did a little coffee run. Then we left the Hard Rock and went over to John's house, and we went to the grocery store and bought groceries, and my wife cooked big old lunch there at his place. Made sure he had some leftovers to eat. And then he and I went over to Harrah's, which I've always advised people not to go back to.
How come?
I don't like the tables.
Is that the nicest Caesar's property down there?
It's the only
Oh, okay. So that
Caesar's property down there.
The only one. Okay. Got it.
I call it the Motel 6. You might want to rethink that.
Did they leave the lights on for you?
They leave the lights on, buddy. But they've got 2 tables, and the regular table is still very, very bouncy. We left that table after 3 or 4 hands down, and I hit one repeater, but it wasn't a big enough repeater to make a whole lot of difference. We went over to the crapless table, which has firmed up very nicely. So now if you're there, feel free. You have my approval to play the crapless table as far as the bounce is concerned, because it's pretty solid. Here's the problem you got with that table, though, 10 ton. Here's the problem.
I don't think you've ever called me John before.
I know. I was with John. So,
Good night, Bump John.
You've got every prop bet known to mankind on that one table, and it's crapless.
Yep.
You've got the all tall small. You've got the repeater bet.
Yep.
And you've got the bet that was stolen from you that was put on there by that Asian dude.
Highway robbery. The guy stole my intellectual property because I was too dumb and trusting, and I didn't email him saying, hey, by the way, you came up to my table so I could specifically show you this bet, and I laid it out how it was going to be.
And he stole it.
Yeah.
All right. So how would you play?
So, Ed, he has never contacted me ever since we had dinner. That fact there alone screams, you know what? You were right,
Thief.
10 ton. When I confronted him and asked him to explain, he only said, I see things differently. I don't know if anyone's ever really said that to me, like in that sort of situation. Well, I just see things differently. Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
You know, I would have been Ed. I would have made an overture so that the friendship, in quotes, wouldn't have just disintegrated like that over what would have been an obvious misunderstanding, right? It should, 10 ton, you're crazy. It didn't want to go like this. I wouldn't have just let it go. If I was innocent, I would have been like, dude, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. He turned tail. He's a freaking coward and a thief.
I like it, Ed.
What?
Yep.
Got my hunting hat on for secret agent man right now.
All right. So, okay. Sorry about that. Where were we?
Well, I mean, I was playing, they got that thief's bet on that table.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is to you, Mr. Prop Bet,
Mm-hmm.
how in the hell are you going to bet, or what are you going to bet
You know what?
on a crapless?
In life, you know, we're confronted. This is a very good question, Ed. In life, we are confronted with a lot of choices that we have to make on a daily basis. I'm serious. Well, I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why you're laughing. It's not like you asked me.
You sound like you're up at the podium in Washington talking to a bunch of empty chairs going, in life, we are
Well,
confronted.
It's true. We are bombarded with
Choices.
It's kind of like with our attention. That's why I moved my Instagram app. You know, I play tricks on myself, stuff that I don't want to put my attention towards and sucking up too much of my time. I hide it on the phone. So I take that app and I move it to a couple pages. So then I haven't looked at my Instagram messages ever since I've done it. And so that's kind of how I end up working. I'll just hide it. I won't see it. So there's too many choices now. Way back when, you know, when back in the day, and then probably back in your day, there weren't all these like choices. You know, geez, I remember I'd have to, you know, you go and get on the phone. There's two phones when I was growing up. There was one in the kitchen, sort of on the doorway near the living room. It had the curly cord and you could only go so far. And then there was one upstairs in my parents' room that I had to go on to get away from them during the day and talk. There's only so far that cord will go, you know?
Yeah.
So we'd have to call people to just go and do stuff after school or wherever. In some ways, not having a lot of choices can be good because when you have so many choices, people almost become immobilized. You know, there's too many things. And that's what's happening with people that are just like doom scrolling, Ed. You know that? You know what that is? Doom scrolling and just rotting in bed, just scrolling. And I found myself doing that. It's like, holy shit. I was supposed to go to bed it's 11. Now it's 1:30. And what did I do? Nothing. I didn't do anything. There was no real productivity.
You did nothing good for society, yourself, or anybody.
No. In fact, I did myself a disservice because I'm going to be a little more tired when I wake up. So getting back to that table, you know, it is. There's a lot of stuff on that table. And so you just have to, I say, pick your poison. I would not mix up the two. I'd go, am I stronger on an ATS mode or am I stronger on a repeater mode? Because I think you dilute the two. I like playing that stuff for big money so that the hits are meaningful on that roll.
Well, you're talking about putting $100 on the repeater then.
Geez, 100 on the repeater, how I would play, then I'd have to put 75 on the ATS and then throw the quarter on the hardways.
You could tone the ATS down to quarters. So then you got 175 exposure, I guess.
But then you'd want to put a quarter on that on my hardways bet that was stolen. So there's 100 and 100. That's
I
200.
never bet that one. I did not.
Ed, I would just pick your poison and pretend like it doesn't exist. There's times when I'm looking at a crapless table and I kind of pretend that I'm just looking at a regular table.
I started out playing both.
Smorgasbord.
I had, what did I have? $50 on the, not always. Sometimes I would do the extremes and a 4 and 10, and then I would throw in like 5 or 10 on the ATS. Like you say, you're trying to figure out where your best opportunities are.
I'll have the large pizza with mushroom, pepperonis, pineapple, sausage, bacon.
You got it all.
Everything, dude.
Lots of mozzarella.
Yeah, you had too much of everything. And then how did it go?
Not well at all. I mean, I ended up just like you said. I ended up going, okay, this hand I'm going to throw repeaters, and then you'd throw all the freaking
You'd hit
ATS
the
numbers,
ATS.
and then you go the ATS numbers, and you don't hit the ATS, but you hit 312s or something. I mean, you just
That's the thing. How many times does that happen when you leave the table? I'm on a repeater table. Wait, Ed, you know what that happened when you, me, and Bo were there, and we're on that repeater table, and I'm like, fuck it, just hit the ATS. Doesn't even know it, right? Hit the ATS, but then doesn't hit any repeaters. You know what I mean? That's like, I wish I was on a repeater table now because I just had 8 sixes.
Well, you go play that one. You can be on all the tables at one time right there. But it's expensive if you're not hitting them.
There you go. That's the word. That's the word. It
is expensive if you're not hitting them. And I could never close out an ATS on it, and I could never get a repeater to hit on it either at the same time. So it was finally I said, let's go.
That's just too much, man. They have that at Birdman's place.
It's just too much. It is too much. It's almost a negative to be on that table because you're like, which one do I bet?
Did it also slow the game down? Because
no, there wasn't anybody on it but me and John, and
that's nice.
Maybe one or two other people all in and out. There wasn't any problems with speed. There just wasn't enough on it. I think it's a good table now, but the hard part is to figure out how you want to bet it.
Yeah, I think maybe just
you got to pick one or the other.
Pick one, and then commit, man, like a lady, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so we didn't do any good there. I mean, it was a negative little trip to Harrah's. And dude, we went to Mary Mahoney's for dinner on Saturday night.
Oh, you did. You did. You don't say.
We did.
Mary Mahoney's. How was she?
I didn't meet Mary. I met Mary's husband.
Phil McCracken?
No, I didn't catch him. He came out, talked to me a while.
Yeah.
Big fan. I'm just kidding. He did come out and talk. Told me some of the corniest dad jokes.
Oh, nice,
which I already
man.
knew the answer.
My kind of guy.
Yeah. What do you call a hound dog with no legs? What do you call a hound dog with no legs?
I don't know. Tell me.
You can call him anything you want to. He's not coming anywhere.
That's so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like those jokes.
Best flounder I've ever ate in my life.
Man. Flounder. I don't think I had flounder in I don't know how many decades.
This was flounder that was stuffed with crab meat. Not crab cake, but crab meat.
And what the hell they call that?
Flounder Imperial.
Oh, really? Nice, man.
Yep. The gumbo was fantastic. I was scoping that out because, that's what we're going to try to bring in to have for lunch on Saturday and Sunday at our event in January.
Nice, man.
We're going to bring in food from Mary Mahoney's.
That thing's sold out. Bo called me.
It is sold out. Yep. Then we went back to the Hard Rock, or we just walked back across the road to the Hard Rock. We wanted to get on the crapless table, but it was a little bit packed. We goofed around on the regular table, and I got on a pretty good run on the regular table. Took a break, got a good little bourbon, and then we went back out to the tables, and the crapless was empty.
What's a pretty good run for you?
What's a pretty good run?
Yeah.
20, 30 rolls.
Man, that's a great run. That's a great run.
Well, I just don't over exaggerate. It's pretty good.
I think that's it. I mean, I think that's just so solid. 20, 30 rolls. You kidding? 30 roller. I'm probably done. Later. Peace.
Well, yeah. I was done on that table, and then I went to another table.
Okay, nice.
And I got to hitting primaries on that crapless table. I threw 5 hard 6s.
Wow. Nice. You remember the set you were using?
Yep.
What was it? I got some dice right here.
6-3-5-3.
6-3-5-3. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. You are talking primary. A little 3V. A little 3V, Ed.
Threw 4 11s and 3 ace deuces.
Is that a repeater table?
No, it's crapless. Just a crapless table.
See what I mean? Hitting repeaters. When the
yeah, and you're not on it. They don't have a repeater on nothing at the Hard. They don't have any of that stuff at the Hard Rock. But I was lighting it up pretty good. I had 3 hard 8s.
Oh wow!
Started at quarters. First, as I saw that hard 6, I went quarters on the hard 6 and hard 8.
Okay, nice. You didn't go with the 4 and 10 then, did you?
Nope.
I like that. See, to me, that makes sense.
I wasn't hitting. I was hitting primaries.
Yep.
In fact, the point was I threw a hard 6 for the point. And as soon as I did that, I said, give me a quarter on the hard 6, quarter on the hard 8. Every time they hit, I press it a quarter. I had $100 sitting on my 11. I think 75 sitting on the I set the 3 as a point, which is a primary, and then I came back, then hit it as the point with $50 odds on it. I mean,
Ed, I'm going to ask you a question. There is no wrong answer here, just how we all play the game. But when you have a quarter on that hard 8 and hard 6, why, after you hit it, don't you just go right up to 100?
Hey everyone, this is 10 Ton. And don't you hate it when we end the show like that? Right when you're getting into it, you're invested in the combo, and then bam, out of nowhere, we just leave you hanging. If you're on our Patreon page, though, you get the full episode along with some show notes. Hope to see you there. And of course, new episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. Let me repeat that. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we'll tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.